Brad Keller gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
This guy's one of the most dominant pitchers in the game, and how dominant? Picked up a double-digit strikeout total in his last start, and hopefully he'll bring that A game with him in the ballpark for this one.
These Kansas City Royals entering play this afternoon, guys. They come in after another good win last time out that ran their record to start the season to a perfect 5-0.
Yeah, Matty, this team's coming together right now. They're playing dangerous baseball. You can tell the look in their eye. They feel good about where they're at. They've won a few games in a row, and they look to continue that trend today.
J.P. Crawford comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. A very comfortable afternoon for baseball. 61 degrees our game time temperature. So let's take a peek at the officiating crew in this one. Behind the plate is Kenny Jansen.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Row, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher can execute consistently, you better make the adjustment.
So we got him swinging. J.P. Crawford goes down for out number 2 in the top half. First pitch coming. Here it is. Strike taken up in the zone.
A good fastball above the belt is normally a pitch that batters love to take a rip at, but that one froze it.
Grounded up the first baseline. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. Mariners are down in order. The Royals will. Yusei Kikuchi will be on the mound for the series opener. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, it just goes to show you how tough it is to pitch in today's game. This guy has a career ERA over 5. At times he can be good, and at times he can be really, really bad. It'll be interesting to see which guy shows up in this one here today.
Henniger has it, and it's a quick out number 1. So stepping in, Alex Gordon, and he's been one of the league's big stories in April, having come out of the gates extremely hot at the plate. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This one is launched. Look at this. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run.
That's how the manager drew it up right there. Hold the visiting team scoreless and then grab a huge home run in the first.
With Merrifield next to hit. Oh, tried to check his swing there as this is hit to the left side. And there's out number 2. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And that'll bring up Jorge Soler to hit next. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Left fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Dan Vogelbach is next. It was an 0-for-4 day for him in yesterday's loss. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Hey, this offense better be prepared to pull a trigger. This starter is known to be aggressive and come right after you.
And that misses. 1-1. Vogelbach behind, a ball and 2 strikes. Keller has become known as a guy that's tough to take deep. So many starting pitchers find themselves snake bitten by the gopher ball, but he really limits that.
In this day and age of smaller ballparks, the ball's lively, the bats are harder. This guy does a great job of keeping the ball in the ballpark. And one of the keys, he's not predictable. He'll throw his off-speed pitches behind an account. He's really difficult to sit on just one pitch.
Seager behind with an 0-2 count.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
And this one will bounce into the wall. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
That is it. The center fielder, Dom.
In now, Dom Thompson-Williams. As he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Good change of speeds, but he lays off 2-1.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I get...
Seager, the runner at second with one away. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. So striding in, Austin Nola, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Heading after it is Phillips. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Hunter Dozier digging in now.
Leading up for the Royals, the third baseman, Hunter.
First pitch on its way. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Hit high and deep to right center. Giving chase is Hediger. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Batting fifth.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. He was not much of a factor at the plate during yesterday's win as he took an 0-for-4 line. Swung on and belted to left by Perez. This one's deep. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one.
Yeah, when he woke up this morning, the last thing he wanted was to be down 2-0 in the second inning. The good news is that both home runs have only been solo shots. But the bad news is he's not fooling anyone right now.
No balls and a strike to count. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. Kikuchi, originally from Japan, of course. This is his second year as a major leaguer. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Nola will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
The first baseman.
Digging in, Ryan O'Hearn. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2.
When I see guys check swinging, they're not seeing the baseball. They're not picking it up. You got to take a step back. The only thing you tell...
Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Royals get 1 on. And that'll bring in Tom Murphy. He was among the many who failed to record a base hit in the loss yesterday. Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1.
Hey, this guy's got an 89-mile-an-hour changeup. There was a time when 89 was a pretty good fastball.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Mariners catcher. Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2.
That was a nasty sweeping slider right there. If he was able to just catch the back door a little bit, he would have picked up that backwards K.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Tom Murphy goes down for the first out here in inning number 3, and he fouls this one off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Hey, I get it. You want to be aggressive, but man, these guys are swinging at everything.
And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning. So it's back to the top of the order now. And up next is Speedy D. Gordon. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. Swung on and missed. 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Again, another foul ball. Here's a pop-up now. Dozier in foul ground, and no one will track it down. Here's another 1-2. And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side in order. Brett Phillips will bat next. Hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
No balls and 1 strike. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Thompson Williams will wait on it. 1 down. So with 1 away, time for a check of the standings in the American League West as you find where the Mariners find themselves entering play today. Back to the top of the order now, and striding toward the plate next will be Adalberto Mondesi. Fly ball heading for the alley. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double.
Now batting, left fielder.
Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon. And he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, that's back-to-back really good sliders. I wouldn't be surprised if he threw another one right here. Looks like he's got that slide ball.
This one gets through, and that could bring in a run. And the run will score from second as now it's a 3-0 game.
Now batting, the second baseman, Merrifield.
With Merrifield next to bat. High in the air out to center field. Long run for the center fielder. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. So 2 away here in the Kansas City third, and that'll bring up Jorge Soler to hit next. From the stretch, here's the pitch. This one's down to third. Toss over to Gordon at second, and that ends the. And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. Stepping into the box, Mitch Haniger. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Popped him up. Dozier shading to his right. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Daniel Vogelbach. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Hunter Dozier. Driven nicely into the gap. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Nola has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. Digging in for his second at-bat, Michael Franco. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. He's set, and the pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Catch made in straightaway center as the runner tags from second. And the runner not going anywhere. Will hold at second base with 2 away now.
Now batting, number 66.
Ready for another chance? Ryan O'Hearn. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Has a look, now the pitch. Swung on and driven to right, and no doubt about it. Over the bullpen and into the stands. That's one long home run.
Man, this has been a rough one for this guy so far. That's the 3rd homer he's allowed today. He better start keeping the ball down in the strike zone, or that total might continue to rise.
Henniger will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. The Royals come up with a... Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Mariners manager Scott Service during the break about his team's offensive performance so far, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They've only managed 1 base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
Thank you, Heidi. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And the pitch. Lifted down the line in left. Gordon on the move, but he's not going to get there, and he's headed for extra bases again. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
He's been making it look real easy out there. 2 at-bats, 2 doubles. They might want to think about pitching around him the next time he steps in, because he looks locked in for this one.
Dom Thompson-Williams will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. 0-2, here it is. Grounded softly to the right. Reined in. Only play will be to the pitcher covering, and the runner will advance to third now. Now in the box, Austin Nova. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'd like a base hit of some sort right here, Matty. But hey, you know what? Another flyout wouldn't be all that bad. If he can get it deep enough, he should be able to drive in a nice run with a sac fly.
Murphy.
This is foul right side. Fouled off. Murphy, 28 years old. He was selected in the 3rd round during the first-year player draft of 2012. And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will... Digging in the switch hitter, Adalberto Mondesi. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far.
Number 27.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt to first pitch. Into center field, line drive base hit. With that, the Royals have their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning.
Whoa, that ball was close, whizzed right by his head. I think he probably heard it go by, guys. That's pretty unsettling for a pitcher. Trust me, I know.
Now here comes the Mariners skipper out to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. Strike taken, the throw. Way late, and he's in there easily at second.
Well, some may say that's a questionable steal with such a big lead, but to me, it's still too early to worry about disrespecting the other team. I've seen leads like this disappear.
And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. But this is taken in on the warning track as the runner will tag from second. And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away. Digging in now for Kansas City, Whit Merrifield. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Here comes the first pitch. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
And the squeeze is on here, and he gets it down. So they get the out at first, but the run will score on the suicide squeeze. So digging in now, Jorge Soler. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Smoked on the ground left side. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Ready now, Jake Fraley. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1. In now, D. Gordon. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Strike taken up in the zone.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
Well, obviously somebody was hooting with the Owls last night. This entire roster, they've showed up for the first game of this road trip and are getting absolutely boat raced.
That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
I love a well-executed changeup, especially one down in the zone. The only problem throwing it in that situation, you leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
Soft grounder left side. Dozier scoops it up, and there are 2 away now. 2 gone now in the Mariners' 6th, and that brings up the shortstop J.P. Crawford. Back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Now batting, right field.
Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. No hits to this point. Here comes the 0-1. 1-1. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
Good fastball there. Didn't get the swing, but the guy at the plate isn't someone who chases many bad pitches.
The count now at 2-2. Trying to send him packing for the second time.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Once again a 3-2. He spoils another one, and will do it again. Popped him up. Perez over to his left, and that ends the inning. Mariners leave 1. Bottom of the 6th inning on its way, but first, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with the Kansas City manager during the inning break about the Royals' offensive production to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said they're doing an excellent job with pitch selection, meaning they're swinging at the right pitches and doing damage with them. The numbers back that up. 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet, guys.
Thank you, Heidi. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. And he checked his swing, but it's a strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning. So striding forward now, Salvador Perez. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Check swing called strike, 0-1. Line towards center field. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Standing in now, Maikel Franco. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Over the bullpen and gone. And we've seen 4 round trippers from these guys so far. Dan Dero, what do you make of all this?
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Row, is I preferred to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's in at second safely as a run will score on the play as well. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Dan Altavilla gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. That triple just seems to be par for the course for him of late.
Yeah, Matty, he's seeing the ball extremely well. There's no doubt about that. You can see here that the body is calm. He keeps his hands back.
And the run is in to score from third.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far. The home run earlier in the night, and that base hit right there drives in his third run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup, and that's exactly been the case today. He not only mixed in that big bomb, but now he's got 3 ribbies to boot. Somebody's going to be icing their thumbs after this game. That's a jam sandwich, but able to mix in a knock.
In is Jorge Soler. Hit high and deep to right center. Giving chase is Hediger. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he'll take those extra 90 feet, so put runners at the corners now with 2 gone in the inning. And that brings in Hunter Dozier. From the stretch. Runner goes for second. Oh, and ouch, that one drilled him. He's safe. A great recovery, but he couldn't get it there in time. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Now the relay home. But this won't be in time as he's well safe and the run scores.
Wow, that's a baker's dozen. 13 runs right there, and they can't do anything wrong at the plate. I'm no expert, but I would have to bet that the manager would love to save some of those runs for the next game. Regardless, there's some happy men in that dugout.
Taylor Williams gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. Now batting, Daniel Vogelbach. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, man, I think mentally they need to get 1 or 2 of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by an opposing team can lift the team up a bit. We'll see if they can string something together.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. 1 away for Seattle now in inning number 7. And into bat next, the third baseman Kyle Seager. Lifted the other way to left center. Gordon is there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now back.
Striding in, Dom Thompson-Williams. Third trip to the plate for him here. He struck out and grounded out in his first 2 tries. Cam Gallagher is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
Now catching number 36. And
Nicky Lopez is also into the game as he takes over at short. Anderson Miller is also into the ball game as he'll assume duties in left field.
number 6. Anderson.
Lifted into the air to shallow center. Lopez puts it away to retire the side. Now to the plate, Ryan O'Hearn. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike two. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Now a swing, and O'Hearn sends this one high in the air and out to deep right field. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. Stepping in now, Brett Phillips, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike two. Lifted in the air to center field. Thompson Williams is right there, one down. Into the box, Nicky Lopez. He's newly entered into the ball game, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a called strike anyway. 1 out, nobody on. Hit out towards second. Gordon is up with it, and that's the 2nd out. At the plate, Anderson Miller. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Thompson Williams is going to have room out there as he puts this. Digging in to try it again, Austin Nola. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Kelvin Gutierrez has come into the ball game now as he takes over as the new third baseman. First pitch of the at-bat. Starts things here with a changeup for a called strike.
This guy's throwing a gem so far. Biggest key, 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Behind 0-2 now. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
Boy, he's just been setting him up and knocking him down all afternoon. We've seen a lot of punch-outs from him where he didn't get much resistance. 3 pitches right there, and see you later.
Scooped up. On to first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs. Ready for another shot now. Jake Fraley, 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory. And bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Whit Merrifield. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And foul, though it had the home run distance. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hard hit ball towards the hole. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. Stepping in, Kelvin Gutierrez. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. And now here's a ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. And here's the speedster D. Gordon starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
The shortstop, JP
Hey, I can only take you inside the mind of the batter right here. Had a lot of swinging bunts in my day. As soon as that ball hits the dirt in front of you, you are getting it down the first base line. When you smell a knock, I don't care what it looks like, you are getting it down the line.
Strike one to start the at-bat. Fouled away. A runner at first with no outs here. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game. Next for Seattle, Mitch Haniger. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. Phillips is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. So now it'll be the four-hole hitter, Daniel Vogelbach, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. A runner on first with 2 away. And there's a called strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon. A crowd in excess of 37,000 come to their feet. Oh, and he leaves that one right over the plate as this is sent high and deep out to right center field. And it is gone. A home run.
Yeah, all things considered, it's been a day to forget for them. So this homer will be a welcome to everyone in that dugout. Maybe this gives them a little momentum going into the next game.
Ian Kennedy gets the call here as he'll try and look for 1 out to finish this thing off. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. And that's taken for strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over. 14-3 is the final score in this one. The Royals put up a 15-run attack on the scoreboard today.